What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Roman's Vivid World, and I'll be continuing this series of paintings I'm doing titled Retro Pop Cinema. And just like last time, I'll be using 11 by 15 Strathmore watercolor paper, Prismacolor pencils, and acrylic paint. I'll also be using water-based brushes of various sizes, and everything here I picked up at Michael's for a very reasonable price, so enjoy. Okay, for today's video, we're doing the Incredible Hulk TV series. It ran for 5 seasons from 1977 to 1982 on CBS. And in addition to that, after the cancellation of the show, there were 3 made-for-TV movies. All of these aired on NBC. The character was created back in 1962 for Marvel Comics by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. There was a short-lived animated series that only lasted 1 season in 1966, but it wasn't until 1977 that we saw the Hulk get a primetime live-action series. Throughout the entire run, the 2 lead characters were played by Bill Bixby as Dr. David Bruce Banner, known only as Bruce Banner in the comics, and the Incredible Hulk was played by Lou Ferrigno. The series premiered on November 4th, 1977, with a 2-hour pilot which established the Hulk's origins. The show would stick to a formula of seeing Dr. Banner travel to different locations across America, always under assumed names, and finding himself in positions where he helps others in need despite his terrible secret, where in times of extreme anger or stress, he transforms into a huge, savage, incredibly strong creature with green skin named the Hulk. In his travels, Dr. Banner earns money by working temporary jobs while searching for a way to either control or cure his condition. All the while, he's being pursued by a news reporter named Jack McGee, played by Jack Colvin, because despite Dr. Banner's presumed death, McGee is convinced he's still alive, and the Hulk is a deadly menace that needs to be stopped. The show was developed, produced, and sometimes written and directed by Kenneth Johnson, who went on to create other shows in the 70s and 80s, such as V and Alien Nation. Before the Hulk, he produced and wrote The $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman. Early on, they wanted to change the Hulk's skin to red, since green isn't a color we associate with anger. That change was prevented by Stan Lee himself, who asserted that the green skin was too important to the design of the character, which is funny because in 2008, the character responsible for hunting down the Hulk in the comics, General Thunderbolt Ross, would be transformed into the Red Hulk. The show has the distinction of having one of the most intense opening sequences in television history, with narration provided by Ted Cassidy explaining the show's origins, including a famous tagline said by Dr. Banner, quote, "Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry," along with a sad and somber song composed by Joe Harnell titled The Lonely Man that saw Dr. Banner walking away alone into the distance at the end of every show. Actor Bill Bixby worked in television prior to The Incredible Hulk and was a frequent contributor to the creation of the show, including directing 1 episode in 1981. After the show, directing would be the majority of his career. Unfortunately, he passed away in 1993. The Hulk was played by Lou Ferrigno, but not before Arnold Schwarzenegger was considered for the role. Richard Kiel was also considered and for a short time actually cast as the Hulk. You might remember him as Jaws from the James Bond films, as well as playing Mr. Larson in Happy Gilmore. It was actually Schwarzenegger's recommendation that helped Lou Ferrigno land the part, because they became good friends after filming the 1977 documentary called Pumping Iron. At 6'5" and 270 pounds, Lou had the physique and presence to play the Hulk perfectly. The Incredible Hulk was a very popular show for CBS and did great for the ratings. The show helped the sales for the comics, which in turn drove interest in the show, even though the stories weren't connected in any way. All right, make sure you're subscribed and come back every Monday for a new Retro Pop Cinema upload. Now I gotta leave you with a little bit of trivia. If you're a Stan Lee fan, and who isn't, you probably enjoyed all his Marvel cameos. Did you know the Hulk TV show was his first one? It came in the episode called The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, where he played a member of the jury. He was the jury foreman, and it was also the first live-action appearance of Daredevil. See you next time.